You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use on YouTube, frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man's and the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who style this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. On the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT strip club leading up to tip off. We flew by confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We got our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Knicks going to the wire, hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your broke and link that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue skies. In the Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters off the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks kid assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? Salute, salute. What's poppin'? Knicks Real Talk, the pregame show. Divine shot power with Knicks, Oklahoma City Thunder, man, out there. OKC at the Paycom Arena tonight. We gonna go out there and get a pop in the head. I know Knicks can go out there and get a popping out there. So we gonna get here and break all this good stuff down, man. I'm glad to be in the building. But let me bring my partner in the building so he can get a popping, man. Sharp Power, what's good, my man? Good to see you. What's popping?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What is good to the chat? You know what it is, man. Jermaine, my man, what's popping, Brody? Brian Acosta, as always, thank you, my man. Appreciate you for real, for real. Salute to everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming in, man, on this beautiful Sunday. A little cold a little bit, but it's not too bad of a cold, but for a summer cold, up a spring cold, it's a little cold, but I'm glad to be in the building, man. Knicks got it going on tonight against the OKC Thunder. Sharp Powell ain't too far from there. He's still out there on vacation doing this thing, man, him and the fam. So, you know, he in the building. We're going to get it popping. Sharp Powell just good to be back in for the 8th game, man. After this, 7 after this one. Obviously, the last game wasn't too good. New York Knicks took an L against Charlotte, didn't bring their A game on certain areas of the basketball game, and then Charlotte prevailed. But other than that, man, we on to the next one, and this is the one, man. This is a payback game. They beat us 103-100 in the Garden last time we played them. So we would love to come out here and try to get a win tonight, man, and all that good stuff. So hopefully it'll be a good game tonight, and Knicks can bounce back, having a couple of days off. And get a win on the road, man, and move on to Houston Tuesday night, man. But other than that, man, how you doing? What's going on with you, my bro?
Man, everything's good, man. Out here, I almost made it to that OKC game. Almost, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes almost ain't good enough, but I almost made it there. But aside from that, I'm that close. But I'm close, but I'm not that close. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, the last game, we talked about it, Divine. It wasn't nothing that we didn't say. The Knicks needed to get out there and rebound the basketball, and that is not what they did. They did not do any of that. And when you know that the Knicks do not get out of rebound with Mitchell Robinson and Cat out there, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? So Knicks a good, resilient team, good bounce back team, and this revenge, baby. I want revenge tonight. I want revenge.
Fact. What's good? Prezi the Balls. Prezi, what's popping, my man? Doug Fresh, what's good? DeVal Rodriguez, what's good, my man? Salute to the chat. Salute to the fellas for coming in. Appreciate y'all coming in, man. Real talk. Yeah, man, I would love to get this one. We definitely got to be on some James Brown shit tonight. Like you said, Sharp Howard, the big payback. Got to get back. We need some get back. So hopefully they go out there and bring that A game tonight, man. Because like I said, we left our rebound somewhere else the other night. We didn't rebound the basketball against some guys in Charlotte the other night, man. And it read us up the head. We took the loss. But I wasn't really disappointed in the loss, to be honest with you, Shot Powers. I wasn't disappointed. I wish we'd have won the game. I wasn't disappointed, but I wanted to win the game because I just want to stay that close to Boston, you know what I mean? But, on the road, it's always tough to win. Though I'm going to pick Knicks 82 times a year, that don't mean they're going to win all 80. You know what I mean? And I'm going to pick them tonight as well. That don't mean they're going to win tonight. But I think if they bring their A game, they got a chance to win. But, like that game against Charlotte, I just didn't see they didn't keep up with Charlotte's energy in that game. And Charlotte just with Canopo and my man Brandon Miller and them, they set a tone. And my man LaMelo Ball hitting deep threes and all that. And DeMonte, whatever, he was trying to rug it down there, man. He was giving the cat and them a little bit of trouble down that middle. Mitchell Robinson held it down. But other than that, hopefully we get to some good news today. Like Preddy said, Deuce might be back in the building. But I want to see whoever's out there tonight go against OKC, who got the number one defense in the league. They cats can defend the ball out there, so we're gonna need everybody come to the table tonight. But if Deuce McBride do play tonight, that's a big lift for us. We're not expecting him to go out there and do anything spectacular, but just to have his presence, his defense presence, his body out there. It just all well enough, you know what I mean? And let's see how it goes, man. But I just want to go out there, play a good game for 48 minutes and try to get a road victory, get on over to Houston for Tuesday.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, man. Deuce McBride sighting would be awesome to see. But in seeing a Deuce McBride sighting, that also takes away from someone that's been playing with Deuce being out. Who, if it's Alvarado, if it's Shamif, if it's Clarkson, if it's Tawara, I don't know. It's hard to think about and what we're going to do and stuff like that. But, the Knicks right now have like a solid 8-man rotation, you know what I mean, with Deuce coming back. And, we look forward to seeing that 9.5, 10-man rotation like Brown's been playing this year. It's all about matchups, I believe, with that lineup stuff and how they play. But I would like to see Deuce back now, so he can ramp himself up and get himself back into game shape, game readiness, like he was before he got the injury.
Yeah, facts. Yo, salute to the chat. Queen Darlene, Miss Brian, what's good? Good to see you, sister. What's popping? My man Nick Yak. I didn't see Chet on the injury report, and I'll put it out there, once we get to that part, but I haven't seen them out there though, so it's hard to say. I didn't see him on the injury report, at least from my perspective. I hear Nick, but once I get it out there, I put it out there for you. But yeah, man, overall, Shot Power, other than Shamit being out, McCullough, who don't play a lot, having Deuce McBride back is a big lift for us in a lot of ways, man. Like I said, this is one of our players who can pick up the ball, guard the ball 94 feet. 3-ball was 42% this year. He was pretty wet with that this year. And like I said, his defense is always there. So just to have him in the lineup is going to be good. He's not the end, not savior or nothing like that, but you can't underestimate what one player could do. It's like when you got Mitchell Robinson out there. It's like that's what Deuce provided to me. He affects the Knicks winning ways in a lot of ways. Because and that's what Mitchell Robinson do. So I'm glad to have him back. You know what I mean? For real. He's been out for a while. And the good thing about it, he get to fine tune his game. But after tonight, 7 games after tonight, with tonight 8 games left before the playoffs get here, so he gets to hopefully get in a rhythm within the next 8 games, and then we get ready to go to the dance and really make it happen. You know what I mean? So salute to Deuce McBride coming back, man. I'm glad he's back. Hopefully he really get in, step by step, get back into a good rhythm. I'm quite sure he's been shooting ball in practice and all that, but it's nothing like playing in real time and all that stuff with somebody throwing a hand in your face and everything like that. And see how it goes. Sherman, what's good, my man? I understand that, my man. I got you on that one. Salute to you, Sherman. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, man, it's on NBC and all that as well. I think it's streaming on Fubo and Sling TV as well if you can stream it. But I'll get you on that one though. But other than that, Shot Power, this is a tough team we going up against tonight. Number 1 team in the standings over there, defending champions, stacked at every position from 1 to 5. Good, very good defensive team over there. We just got to be ready for that. But like I said, this is going to be a defense offensive game. Last time we played them good in the Garden. They didn't have Jalen Williams. We were missing a couple players too, but they didn't have Jalen Williams, so he's back. So that's going to make a difference for them. And they just lost to Boston the other night in Boston by 10, 119 to 109, something like that. So, but that was on the road though. So, Boston won that game. Let's hope that we can go out there and get these guys some work tonight. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's going to be probably hard for a game, but I think if we bring our A game the way we need to, we got a chance to win it. Let's see how it goes, man. That was to Johnny Davis. Johnny D, what's good, my man? Good to see you. What's popping? Yeah, shot pop. But other than that, man, this is the 8th game of the season, the 8th game in the eighth game left in a long season, man. We still right there for the taking. I still think we can get to that second. Boston actually playing right now. They're playing against Charlotte. So we have to see how that goes. If they could pull that, Charlotte could pull off that one like they did against us. If Canepo could do hot like he did against us.
Facts.
Yeah, so we got to really keep banking on that. We definitely need them to, even if they can lose the game, we can get to half a game, then we good because we got the tiebreaker no matter what. So we had to see how it goes, but we got to handle our business tonight, Shop House. I think we handle our business and we move on to the next. But I think after this game here, this game and the Houston game, I think the 4th toughest game left on the schedule for me is them tonight, Houston. You had to kind of throw Atlanta in the equation because they've been playing good in Boston and Toronto. But the Boston, Toronto, they all in Madison Square Garden. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, as I was looking earlier, I think now that it's down to these 8 games or so, we have the hardest. It's like the hardest road right now. We got the number 1 team. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, we have the number 1 team. We have Boston coming up. We got Houston coming up. We got some hard games coming up. So it is what it is, man. I'm not worried about what the Knicks can do. The biggest thing for me, like me and you were talking about in the background, is doing better than what we did last year. That's the biggest thing for me. We had 51 wins last year. Let's get 52 or better. I really want to get us closer to like 54, 55, because a lot of us was talking about 60 wins this year. So let's see if they could do that. And listen, the team, this is a good bounce back game for the New York Knicks, and this is a revenge game. So I think that holds weight. You know what I mean? To see how the Hornets played the other day, they wasn't playing like that all year long. They are electrifying now. You know what I mean? Something got them sparked up. The coach really got into them, or whatever the case may be. But you may not see them because they just lost last night before that. Yeah, something like that. So, so it is what it is, man. I'm just looking for the Knicks to get out there and play some good basketball. We're a good, resilient team off of a loss. You know what I mean? And we haven't had 5-game winning streak. 5-game losing streaks. But we just after this loss, let's finish it out and get these last 8 games or so. Let's get it.
Hey, Sherwin, I'm with you on that, man. Hey, Sherwin, the only reason I want that 2nd seed, man, is that we haven't won this division in 25 years. That's really the only reason I want that 2nd seed, Sherwin. But I agree with you on that, though. The Sixers is a tough out, man. I guess we got to go through everybody to get to where we want to go. But that's the really reason why I want to Sherwin that second seed is just that we win the East, that we win the division. I know that's really not big in the grand scheme of things, but I just want to win the division because that's something we haven't did in a long time. But I agree with you on that, man. 6 is going to be a tough out no matter regardless of who they play. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's the only reason I'm rooting so hard for that 2nd seed. Is just to win that division, man. And other than that, I'm good with anyone in the 3rd or 4th, whatever. You know what I mean? Because when we get in there, we got to play anybody who we face against to get to the finals anyway. So, but yeah, that's why I'm just rooting for that seed so hard, man. Dave Smith was good. Turf Domes were good. Was popping, ladies and gentlemen. Was good. Good to see you guys, man. In real talk. But yeah, Shop House, man, like I said, it's another game on the doctrine. You got to see the man on the screen, and 2 of the best 2 guys right there in the league at what they do. My man SGA and Jalen Brunson, the former MVP right there. Jalen Brunson helped guide the Knicks in the last couple of years, the 50-win seasons and all that good stuff. But we haven't got to where my man over there got to last year, and that's what we want to get to. And so we got to see how it goes, man. Tonight we got to go out there and play ball for 48 minutes and do all the things that we didn't do the other day. And some to beat this team. This team is stacked from top to bottom at every position. And, we got a decent team, too. We just haven't been clicking well on the road. You know what I mean? I would love to get that road victory tonight to get back, establish ourselves a little bit more going into the playoff because I think I don't want that to be our Achilles heel when we were pretty good on the road last year. Like we went in Boston and won 2 games on the road in the playoffs last year, literally. Went in Detroit, won games on the road. So I want that team to be like that, the resilient team last year. That resilient team last year who can go on the road and establish themselves and win a game. But, we get the home court advantage. It don't matter because we got the last 7 games of being in New York, and we got a pretty good home record this year. So let's see how it goes, man. I think they got to go out there and play ball for 48 minutes there and try to contain these guys. But we got to score the ball tonight because these cats, it's almost like a contrast of styles. I mean, the numbers are so close, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of crazy. When I put them up there in a few minutes, you'll see what I'm talking about. These numbers is like crazy identical when it comes to where they at in the net rating perspective, but that don't mean nothing. It all depends how you play the game that night. So you could be number one in anything, but if you don't play like the number one team that night, then it don't even matter. So I'm really looking forward to getting at it tonight, Sharp. I think they need to go out there and play hard tonight, and knowing that they got to go right to Houston in a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, every game right now coming down the stretch is crucial. And like I said, I want the Knicks to do better than what they did last year. And coming up against these teams right now, like I said, we got OKC. Soon we're going to see Houston. We got to see Boston. You know, we got some teams. Orlando's in there. There's some teams that kind of vying for positions in their own rights for a playoff position. So this is not gonna. This not. I mean, OKC, not really. They're already in first, but still, I mean, you want to get out here and beat this team. I mean, they beat us. They beat us this year. Close game in the Garden. They won in the Garden. Let's go out here and beat them in OKC. I'm down for that.
Facts. Yeah, I would love to see that. That'd be a big win tonight. They could pull that off, man. Make no mistake about it. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, just let me do this right quick, because you always got to show love to the ones who help put this thing on there. Ladies and gentlemen, happy born day to one of the greatest Knicks to do it, Mr. Walt Clyde Frazier. Happy born day to one of the greatest, Mr. Clyde. Appreciate you, man. Keep living on, my man. Hope you be around. I hope you be around for the Knicks to win a championship before you return back to the essence, my brother. So,
fact.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm rooting for. That's why I want the Knicks to win it so bad. He the last man to bring us one, ladies and gentlemen. That was literally 53 years ago. And so, 71 to 73. But anyway, happy born day, Clyde. He's one of the true rhymers in the game, man. He's a world-established walking dictionary, my brother. But he put them words together. So anyway, salute to one of the greatest, Mr. Clyde. Happy born day to you, my man. Appreciate you for sure, and all you done for the Knicks organization and the fan base and all that. But we need Jalen Brunson to step in his shoes. We need Big Cat to step in Willis Reed's shoes. We need these cats to step in all these Dave the Butcher, Anunoby, all that. We need y'all to step in these boys' shoes, man. But we can go ahead and get this championship banner hanging in New York before it get too late in the world. You know what I mean? But other than that, happy born day to my man, man. Appreciate you, Mr. Clyde, for sure. But yeah, Shop Power, it's like I said, it's gonna be another game on the doctrine, man. And I'm really looking for them cats to get out there and get a Celso CPF in the building. Celso, what's good, my man? I think I said what's up to Dave Smith. I want to make sure I don't leave nobody out. Real talk. Mr. Tito's, what's good, my man? Good to see you. John McDonald, what's good, my man? He said McBride playing tonight. I love it. Ron Mills, what's the deal? Ron, what's popping, my bro? Yeah, Shop Power. So it's gonna be fun tonight, man. Good game. It's on national television. Two of the top teams in their respective conferences. One number one, one number three. They got number one. Both teams got 1A players: Big Cat and Brunson, Jalen Williams and Holgram, and they got a couple of 1A players basically. But we just got to go out there and match their intensity tonight. They got a big front line, so when they got Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein in there, we need Big Matt and Big Mitch and Cat to go in there, do the damn thing. I like the matchups in that game. Anunoby and Jalen Williams. Obviously, I guess you throw McHale on SGA, because I think my man, Casey Wallace play, if he's starting, which is the number one steal leader in the league at 2 steals a game, then you got obviously him and Jalen Brunson to go at it. So it's going to be pretty dope, man. They got a good team, man. Got a good bench with Caruso and all these guys, the Williams boys down there. You name it, they got it. And that's why they are where they are. And that's why, they number one in the league for what they do. So we, no matter what, we got to play tonight. I think we go get it. Man, Chow, what's good, my man? Good to see you. What's popping, man? What's good? But yeah, shout out. Other than that, man, let's go get this thing tonight, man. I'm ready for this one. I'm amped for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I believe that the team is going to be amped for it tonight too. This is a big team this is a big game against a big team, and it's nothing to be. I just feel they Chet scraped by beating us the last game. You know what I mean? With who we had out and all this other stuff. So let's get back out there tonight. My biggest focus is to see what if Deuce does come back tonight, what he can do and how he can help the team. I don't expect much from him tonight because this is his first game in 30 games, 20 games, something like that. He ain't played
for a minute, man.
Right, yeah, he ain't played in a while. So I'm not looking much for him. Just to see him back on the court is a good step for me. I want him to have 5, 6, 7 games before he gets into the playoffs. I don't want him to be one game, 2 games, and coming back and going into the playoffs. You know what I mean? I want him to have a couple of games so he can ramp it up. And the best thing about that is against teams that are big name teams that are over 500. So he has to get out there and perform. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm not like you said earlier, Divine, you very rarely, rarely, never going to hear me say that the Knicks going to lose the game tonight. I'm going to sit here and try to formulate a plan to make sure that the Knicks can try to win. It's always about what the Knicks can do. And if you don't bring your A game, you know what's going to happen. And tonight we do not need an A game. We need an A+ game tonight because this team is just that good. You know what I mean? But I believe that the Knicks can get out there. If one of the greatest things about the last game that the Knicks did lose to this team, is they kept this team under 110 points. I mean, this team is averaging about, I think it's like was it 123 or what team was that? Was that Houston? I forgot. I don't have, I'm not home. I'm not to start. Anyway, I think it was like almost 120 points. And to keep a team like that to under 110 points is great. So let's see if we can get out there and play some of that same defense. What we really have to do is try to bite down on this 3-point shooting now against these other teams. You know what I mean? These teams is coming out here shooting 40s and 50%. I mean, not 50%, but 38, 39, 42% on 3-pointers from us. We got to slowly try to chip away at that, especially with some of these teams that don't really shoot that good, and especially with teams that do shoot that good, like this team tonight. So I'm up for the challenge. I know the Knicks are up for the challenge, and I'm ready, Divine. I want revenge.
The big payback. Got
Word.
to get back. We need some get back for real. Yo, Chris Bro, you already know what's good, my man. Good to see you, Chris. What's popping? My man Child said he out in the motherland, 1 a.m. in the morning. I don't know how you doing it, man. You got some monsters, some Red Bull. What's good, my man? Man Child said he's out there in the motherland, man. Salute to you, my bro, for real. But man, you know what? It's gonna be a tough game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's think about it. But these are the type of games you want. One day I can truly say, I'm glad we got a tough schedule going into the playoffs. I really do. I'm glad about that because it makes me see that we playing stellar competition, so we won't feel like we went into the playoff playing some scrubs, and then next thing you know, we get like a deer in the headlight. We went across a dominant team. So I'm kind of happy about that perspective, Shop, how that we are playing teams that's got good high caliber skill sets, and we going into the playoff that it'll take us there, man. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over some stats right quick, and we will get back at it. Right now, if you look on the board, you see what I mean with that, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks at 48-26, Oklahoma City 58-16. We third in our respective conference in the Eastern Conference. They are number one in their respective conference in the Western Conference. We 20-17 on the whole. I want to see us get them wins up on the road because it means a lot to me to have that home court. I mean that road feeling when you go on the road in the playoffs and win a game when you need to. We did have that last year. Hopefully, we can continue that this year. They 30-6 at home. They did pretty good at their home floor. They can't win, but look at these numbers, ladies. This was impressive to me. We third in offense rating. They're seventh. We fifth in defense rating. They're number one. I mean, these numbers just literally flip. Our offense is better than their offense, but their defense is better than our. And not by 4 points from 3 to 7, 4 points from 1 to 5. That's
percentage,
right?
By percentage.
By percentage, yeah. So they 4 percentage points better than our offense. We 4 percentage points better than them on our offense. They 4 percentage points better than our defense to us. So overall, that's some good numbers. That's why I like about what we've been doing all year. Even though we hit some peaks and valleys in the season, but that's some good numbers. And that lets you know why we got to go and get a Knicks State Flowers, because they are one of the better teams out there. And this team right there is just an upper echelon in a lot of things they do. So it's a good thing that our numbers are there. But like I said, the numbers got to make sure they come to fruition tonight, and we go out there and cross T's and dot I's and do the things we need to do to win this game. But I like the numbers, so sharp power. So let's just hope that we can make the numbers count tonight. I think we make them count tonight against a team that's pretty much good at everything they do. We got to be on our A game, like you said, A++ game, matter of fact, because these cats can play basketball out there, and we got to be ready for these guys. Because if not, it'll be a long night for us. But I'm really looking forward, and I'll finish the reports and everything. We get on up out of here with that. If you look at that, ladies and gentlemen, the last 5 games, we were doing pretty well. We had won 7 in a row, but we lost to Charlotte 114-103. Them guys in their last 5 games, they also were 4-1. They lost to Boston in Boston 119-109. So we both have a pretty good record the last 5 games. We both 4-1. We're in a blue drip tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. They're in a white drip tonight. Projected starting lineup: Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Anunoby, Carl Anthony Town. Projected starter for them guys: SGA, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Chet Holmgren. Defender. And that's why they are what they are when it comes to that side of basketball. If I go back to our guy, we got 3 guys who could defend the ball pretty well in there, but we're gonna need these 2 guys right here, our 2 offense players, to really get out there and get a pop tonight. But what I do like about it, Carl Anthony Towns, 20 points, almost 12 rebounds, pretty much can say 12 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 26 and 7 assists almost. I like Anunoby's numbers, 16, 5 and 2. Josh Hart, 12, 7 and 5. I like that because he giving to you all 3 categories. And despite him having a little shooting slumps, at least Mikal, one thing I like about Mikal, even though his numbers is about a couple of percentages off the last, he's still giving you 4 rebounds from the 2-guard spot, and he's giving you 4 assists. So at least their numbers across the board is relevant. And here's the thing for these guys: Chet Holmgren, 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds. Hartenstein, 9 rebounds. Shy Powell. If you look at that and then look at the Knicks rebounding numbers, it makes you seem like we should be able to deal with them on the boards, because their 2 top guys has a total of, let's just say, 18 rebounds. Our top 2 guys got 19 rebounds. That means Josh Hart got to really crash the board tonight and all that stuff to help us out there, man. But injury report, ladies and gentlemen, Deuce McBride is a game time decision. McCullough Jr. is still out. Landry Shamet is still out. Them guys, only thing I see on there is Thomas Schober. He's been out for the whole season. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell for them guys, man. But I think what I like about this thing, Shy Powell, for me, is the matchups that's going to be going on in the game. Obviously, Big Cat and Chet Holmgren going to go at it. I guess you're going to have to throw – I think you're going to have to throw Anunoby on Hartenstein or Josh Hart, and let Anunoby defense deal with Jalen Williams. So and then obviously you go down to Lou Dort and Josh Hart. It can go so many ways, but I do think they're going to throw either Lou Dort on Jalen Brunson. I think Mikal sticks to SGA. I can see Lou Dort and Josh Hart going at it. Then let Anunoby do it to 4, and let Josh Hart do it. Carl Anthony Town do it to 5. But it's going to be interesting how all this thing going to work out tonight for sure.
It is definitely something to watch. And the one thing that I'm hoping for tonight is that Chet Holmgren doesn't have the eventful night that he had the last time that we played him. I think the first quarter, something like that, he was phenomenal. The first half or something like that, I think he was already at 20 points or something like that. We don't want to see that. That's what we don't need to see. And even with all of that, they only won by 3 points. Right. I mean, with all of that, they only won by 3 points. So let's get out there and kind of shut him down. Limit him to shots and stuff like that. Last game, Hartenstein didn't play much, so they probably tried to change it up a little bit and give Hartenstein some more minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got. I think we do got to be better, ladies and gentlemen, than we were last game on the glass. We didn't come. I can't believe Charlotte out rebounded us the other day, and Knoepel kind of had like 11 rebounds compared to what we normally get from our big guys. And we didn't come down the first time in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. The other game, New York Knicks only had 24 rebounds. So you could tell they wasn't in that game the way they need to be. That team don't have no big guys like that. They got big guys, but not who out there like the young rookie boy coming out of the second unit, him and Knoepel, but they still wasn't big as we were, and even Monte Dite, whatever, he only had 2 rebounds. So we just got to find a way to be better on the board tonight. I don't think we brought the bully ball against some guys like we needed to the other night. I think that's why we fell victim to the guys the other day, because we didn't come with our bully ball game and our rebounding game against the Charlotte Hornets. So we need our major players to come up tonight, man. Step up and play hard. Just go out there and compete. And let to me, a national televised game, you can't go out there and get embarrassed on national television. That's first of all. But I think that this can also send a message too. Like when our game is on, we could beat anybody. And that's what I'm hoping tonight, that go out there and send a message, you know what I mean? And let them know, like, listen, for the Eastern Conference, we're going to be a problem out there in the playoffs. And that's the type of game I want tonight. I don't care. The Charlotte game don't mean that much. I just want that game because here's what I did know about the game. And I think I said it on the pregame show. I said, listen, these guys, first of all, they fighting for something. So they're more hungry than we are. Charlotte is we already in the playoffs. Charlotte trying to maintain a certain level of playing position or trying to get to the playoffs. So you know they were going to bring their A game against us. And I thought that the Knicks the other night, their energy didn't match theirs because they wanted it that bad. You know what I mean? So tonight, I'm with you, Ron Mills. It could be a nice statement game, Shot Power tonight. Let's hope the Knicks can go out there and perform well and come out there with a victory, man. I'd be giddy if we win that thing at OKC tonight for sure.
I mean, that's what I expect, man. I'm all the way down for revenge tonight. You know what I mean? I'm down for the revenge game. And I think the Knicks want to get out there and show that they can beat OKC. It's not like this team is win all, be all, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, is it a big task to win tonight? Yes, with their record at home, 30-6 or something like that. I mean, yeah, it's a big, of course it is, but it could easily be after tonight's game 30-7. So let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a fun game. I'm looking forward to this. I love playing competition like this. I just think it works out when you play stellar competition. Well, you know, because it's only gonna do is make you see where you at. It's a litmus test for your team, litmus test for the players that we have there. This is gonna be a hard game. First of all, you could probably go up and down Vegas. Nobody is expecting us to win this game. Not nobody. I think if you go look at the bet odds of Vegas, that shit probably 99-1. So it's not like if we lose the game that, you know, okay, but I'm not looking at it that way. If we play our A game, I think we could beat anybody. And if we play our A game, now we got a good chance to win the game. It's going to be hard because it's a road game. And we know our road record is not like our home record. Like I said, the last time we played these guys in the Garden, 103-100, like Shot Powell said, Chet Holmgren had it going in the first half. But then I think in the second half, we kind of neutralized them a little bit. And like I said, that's when our defense was on point. They only gave up 100 points. He got minus Jalen Williams. And I think we had a couple of guys out as well. So look like both teams going to be pretty much fully loaded other than Shamet. So let's go. Let's see a mano, iron sharp as iron. You know, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And let's hope that we can go out there and perform well tonight, man. If we could do that and establish ourselves with our A game tonight, we have a good chance to go out there and doing the thing tonight, man. So I'm really excited about it. But yo, salute to D Ross. What's good, my man? What's popping? Size 9. AP. What's good, my man? Salute to you as well. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure you hit that button for your brothers, man. You already know what it is, man. But yeah, man, let's do it tonight, man. They got a good bench, Caruso and all these guys, but they just got a good team. Ain't nothing you can say about that. Now Carson Wallace, he's back on the bench, 3-point shooter, number one steal leader in the league, pretty much. You know, they got the Williams guy, another Williams guy out there who can get it done. They just got talent all up and down that roster, and these guys are not highly. How I say touted draft guys, like they wasn't a lot of them, not even first rounders. A lot of them, they did what they had to do with that team, knowing that they got Jalen Williams max contract, Chet Holmgren probably got a max contract, SGA probably got a max contract. So they brought in a lot of guys who wasn't demanding a lot of money, but what they did have was a lot of skill set players, and them guys got skill. That's how you do it. You find players who got skill, but unfortunately they're not in the sense of where they got a big major contract. And I think they did a good job of that. Real talk, salute to the chat. I think I missed Latoya. What's good with you, man? Randu, what's good, my man? Good to see you. Real talk, salute to everybody. Latoya, what's good, lady? Good to see you, sister. I apologize, I didn't see your name in there. But it was good, Latoya. Appreciate you coming in. But yeah, man, let's go get this thing tonight, man. Listen, let's go. The only thing we can do is go up there, go in OKC, put our big boy pants on, and try to get a victory. That's all we could do tonight. Other than that, it's just another game on the doctrine, the 8th game left out of a long season. And if we can go out there and establish ourselves tonight and get a win, that'd just be a impressive win to me. A good bounce back win overall, to say the least. So we have to see how it all pans out and hopefully get a victory. But other than that, man, the season's going by, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's coming, it's going. A lot of things that happen in the course of the season. We stayed pretty much where we at. We stayed relevant the whole year, which we supposed to. Our team was pretty much been picked to be where they at this year. So we stay right in the mix, up even with the 9-game losing streaks and the new coaches and the players that have been out, like any other team who have players out and all that. We kind of stay relevant, you know what I mean? And I'm very happy about that we didn't sink when things wasn't going the other way. Because if it wasn't for the 9-game losing streak, we'd probably be right there where the trade is at. But fortunately, if I would have, could have, but that didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But we still right there, man. So let's hope that we can go and pull this thing out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hate this. NBA think they numbered it so small, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you see where we at. a game and a half behind Boston, 2 games in front of Cleveland. Them the only 2 that we really thinking about. I'm not even thinking about Cleveland actually. But if we would lose tonight and Cleveland win, then there'd be a game. So yeah, Cleveland still can catch us and Boston. But I think it's highly likely they 3.5 games out. I don't think Boston's gonna lose like that. My man, I just want to see us try to get to that second seed for the division. So a good win tonight to get us a 49 win right along with Boston. Boston playing right now. As we speak against Charlotte. I had to check the score, let y'all know where we at with that. Charlotte right now back down to the 10th spot. Miami, they down at the 9th spot. Orlando at the 8th spot. Philly done moved up to the 7th spot. And the Hawks is right there at the 6th spot. So I think that Philly team might overtake that 6th spot. I think Philly do end up there. They got a good team in Philly, man, like I said. So with the injuries to their season, Maxi's back and Embiid playing and Paul George is back. Obviously, he had a good game on his first game back the other day. So, I mean, you got to watch out for Philadelphia 76ers. So, we just got to go out there and win this thing, man. Because, I just it don't matter who we play because we got to go through everybody to get to what we want to go to. I just wanted to put that out there and let y'all know what's going on with the standings and everything. And these guys right now, 58 and 16, ladies and gentlemen. The San Antonio Spurs is right there behind them, knocking on the door, though. They 56 and 18, they 58 and 16. LA, the next closest thing to them guys, nobody going to catch OKC except for San Antonio. So if you look at the Lakers record, pretty much like ours, we in the same spot, 3rd spot, they in the 3rd spot. So to say all that, to say, Golden State Warriors are in the play-in. Portland Trailblazers made the play-in. And LA Clippers are still in the play-in. Phoenix is in the play-in. Rockets got the 6th spot. We got them Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. And Minnesota's right there in the playoffs. Without Anthony Edwards, they still tread a water at 45 and 29. And Denver Nuggets is right there at 47 and 28. The game that was, like I was talking about earlier, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a quick update, Miami Heat is losing to the Indiana Pacers. The Boston Celtics got a 14-point lead in the second quarter on the Charlotte Hornets. And Raptors are smashing the Magic. The Magic without what's my man name? Wagner. Von Carroll can't carry them dudes, yo. And him and Jalen Suggs them because they're getting smoked right now. If they lose today, they only beat 4 games over 500. I say all that to say that the front runners is us, man. We got to keep an eye on that Boston game, though. I think that's going to be a game that we got to watch, man. Real talk, man. And what's good, Nick? Good to see you, my man. What's popping, my man?
What's the deal, brothers? How y'all doing there?
Good, my man. Good to see you. What's going on with you?
Trying to hold it together, brother. You know what I mean? Trying to stay sane. What up, Sharp House?
I'm good, brother.
Salute to the chat. I see y'all up in here. Y'all live and active.
Yeah, man. Trying to get the energy, send the energy to our Knicks team out there in OKC. Because we tried to send it to them in Charlotte the other night, but it didn't go that way. So we try to send some good stuff out to them this way. Hopefully they go out there and be a competitor with the game tonight.
Facts, that for sure. That's definitely for sure. We need it, brother. We need it. We hopefully, as we say, we get that boost from Deuce tonight. You know what I mean? We need it bad. We need everything.
Yeah, we do.
We need it all. Yeah, I was watching some of that game, and I think we have to face it too. It's not, I mean, not that we don't know it, but when teams play New York, it don't matter when they get up for us. It's like their tournament, their championship. You know, I could look at the energy in which the Charlotte Hornets are playing with now. Totally different, bro. Not even nothing. Nowhere near the same. It's disgusting. But hey, it is what it is. And as long as we know that, you know what I mean, that gives us the test to be better, because we definitely need to be better, especially tonight. You can't come in, you know, like we've all said, you can't come in, get hit hard like in that first quarter, not do what you need to do, and think you're going to recover from these really good teams. You can recover from these bad teams because they're going to have those quarters where they lapse. They're going to have that 5 minutes or 6 minutes, you know, where all of a sudden they don't score two points and, you know what I mean, and 7 more things. Against these quality teams, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? And we got to be better. We got to be a lot better. But, you know, like I say, we had what, 74 games we've played?
Yep, maybe 70. Yeah,
74, right? So hey, it is what it is. We're at that place. We got to be better. You know, the health of our team is here now. So, you know, Shamit, I think Shamman got scratched, but early on he was a game time decision, I believe, also.
Okay.
So he'll be back in another game or so too. So this is the full arsenal. This is the full arsenal, gentlemen. You know what I mean? Don't every shot that's not taken is one miss, as they say. So
Facts.
pull out that clip, brothers. We gotta clack clack. Get it going. Let's get it popping.
What's up? Right. You know what
I mean?
I tell you what's great about that game, man. It's just a rebound. How you let them out rebounders? I could not think. Oh my God, 24 rebounds. You know the Knicks had an off day when you only get 24 rebounds. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And what's really crazy about that too, Shot Powell and Nick Nation, we only went to the free throw line 9 times, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
9 times. Come on. That means you settled for jump shot, didn't play bully ball against a team who you should have bullied. I'm talking about up front anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they just didn't bring their game tonight, man. That was it, like I said, it ain't the end of the world, but I was disappointed that we didn't match their energy. And knowing that team was going to come out like that due to the fact they fighting in that play-in, they want to get to another level, they got something to prove, and they was launching shots at Canupo and my mellow ball. I don't know how you do it, but that brother launching some crazy jumping shot out, and them shits be falling, man. So it was tough.
Him and Canupo both, the distance on them shots, logo shots, bro, straight logo shots. You know, but to me, it's always weird is that, you know, their starting center is 6'10", you know, and a small dude at that, you know what I mean? Like, in that sense, to me, I don't understand that with Brown and even the team itself, you know what I mean? Like, I know we run this system, blah, 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 blah. But any given day, it's like, yo, you get up to the courts, it's like, you know what I mean? I got a bunch of 5'10" dudes, you know, 5'11", 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2". But one dude I got is 6'7". All the other rules, I don't care how good I shoot. All the other rules is out there.
Give it to him.
Park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that's out the park. Yo, my man, get down in that
Yeah,
paint.
what you doing?
Right there. I'm gonna drop it to you right there, son. Make it happen. Do something. Just you know what I'm saying? The odds is even if you toss it up backwards, it's better than, you know what I mean, us shooting from way outside on a consistent basis where we can't hit nothing. So to me, that's the part that bothers me with a little bit is like, hey, game plan, schming plan. Throw that bullshit out the window, excuse my French, and drop it down to the big man and let's force them down in that area. And when we don't do things like that, it just, to me, it's just weird. But you know, better basketball minds have beat me at it, so it is what it is.
I know what you're talking about, Nick Nation, and I see it. And you know, I'm not. And listen, Cat is a phenomenal player. He does phenomenal things, but I don't. If either it's the system or it's Cat or whichever one it is, he does not set up that often down low. He plays a lot of perimeter type basketball. You know what I mean? And I love when he's not shooting the ball. You know what I mean? He does drive, but he likes to drive from the top of the key. You know what I mean? And that's what he does. You know what I mean? And occasionally you do see Cat go down and he be forceful. And I hope tonight is one of those games that he be forceful, because it's not too many NBA centers in the league that can contest this guy. This guy is a beast, man. He can shoot. He can up fake you. He'll dunk it on you. He can take you to the outside. He'll leave you at the outside with that up fake that he does. And I don't know if it's him or if it's the system sometimes. So that sometimes is what I always point the finger at, either the player or the coach. And I mean, I'm not trying to point no fingers on tonight's game, because I want effectiveness tonight. I want us to win. But yes, I understand where you're coming from about the system, because I've talked about, you know, the system, because you know, right around every time, if you pay attention to the game, right around every time a player comes in, right at the same time, almost like clockwork. Bridges going out, this guy's coming in. Cat's coming out, Mitchell Robinson coming in. What time? 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 7:30. They're right around that time. You know what I mean? So, and I mean, it could be the system and it could be the play of the player, but no matter what it is, I can't complain about none of the team this year. We are 40, 48, 49, and 30-something right now. You know what I mean? How can I complain about anything that the Knicks have done? Yes, we have went through a sludge. I mean, a skid. We went through a heavy skid, but even through that skid, we still stay relevant. So I'm not. I don't know why I mean, as a fan, I'm not I hate when the Knicks play like they played the last game. I don't want to say hate. Hate is a strong word, but dislike the way they played because I think they could have beat this team playing a different way, different style of basketball, more bully ball against this team. Get this team in foul trouble, and now it's easier for you to rebound the basketball. That's one thing that we talked about on the last screen that they didn't
Facts.
do, and overall, that's why they lost.
Yeah, this analogy too is interesting to me. I'm gonna go Cat and Brown. Let's put on both of them. But here's what's interesting to me. Karl Anthony Towns only played 22 minutes the other day, and he still had 13 to 5. So Mike Brown would have. Oh, and Anunoby played 39 minutes. Josh Hart played 39 minutes. Jalen Brunson played 40 minutes the other game. Big Cat only played 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. I didn't at the baby. I'm sorry. I lost it. Sorry.
Yeah, and he played 22 minutes. And I don't know whether it was anything to do with was he nagging or something, because Cat been playing well since the All-Star break, basically. He really had been playing well. But what made him only play 22 minutes the other day, opposed to everybody else getting a high number, and Mikal played 32. Mitchell Robinson had the only plus minus that he only had the positive net rating out of everybody was Mitchell Robinson, 26 minutes. He had 6 rebounds, 4, 1 block, 1 steal, and so on. But 13 points in 22 minutes, 5. No, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Cat only had 3 rebounds. That's unacceptable. I don't give a you only have 5 minutes. You got to get down there 10. That's what you do. So I was disappointed in that game overall. I just don't think the New York Knicks dealt with their energy. I just don't think the New York Knicks held that. Them cats was running everything we talked about, the pregame, Nick Nation and Shaw Power. We said, don't let them cats get up and down that court.
True.
They're the jackrabbits.
True.
They get up and down that court, and soon they get across that half-court line, they launching. They are launching. And so it was disappointing in that, but you know what? That game is out the window. We just got to make sure we go out there tonight. And now, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. It was part of what I was talking about. Throwing Cat in the post. Is that because I think we're in a situation in New York and a lot of other teams, the league seems like it's just all about pick and rolls. It's just all about pick and rolls now. Usually you can go down there, put that man down there in that gut in the middle, throw that ball down and let it operate. But I just don't think that's the way the Knicks and a lot of teams operate now. Everybody with the pick and roll, 3-point shooting. But to me, that's when you take advantage of it because nobody expected it. Like you should throw Cat down there 5 times. Should throw Mitchell Robinson down there 5 times because the league is not even doing it. And that's a good way to catch a lot of people off course, especially with mismatches. And even when you do the pick and roll, don't wait for the roll. Hold the ball and then post them. Because usually when you do that pick and roll, he getting switched on a little guy. You know what I mean? Like 9 out of 10, he getting a little guy on him. So don't settle for no pop and nothing. Back that over down and throw the ball to him. I don't know what's so difficult about that unless these coaches not doing it. I don't know, Nick Nation, but it seems like to me that would be something that you should be able to say, okay, you know what? I did a pick and roll with Jalen Brunson, the big man with the Jalen Brunson. I got the small dude on. I got a point guard on Big Cat, but we shooting jump shots. Jalen Brunson, hold the ball, let Big Cat back my man down there, get his position, and throw the ball to him.
Yeah, no, but it's the whole thing. Let's be real honest about it. The night before, I questioned it, even though we won. I still questioned it because I said to myself, I still don't understand that. Where we have certain dominant forces, we will allocate or allocate, however you say it, to the team as far as when they went small, then we turn around and go small. If you think about that game before last, we were winning. We weren't losing when he made that switch. And that's when he took Cat out, took Mitch out and said, nope, I'm going to play small ball. Came in, we played small ball. We did win, but it still makes me question the system and how we used it as far as advantage for our big men. We don't use it and take advantage of it. That's been the whole season. When the pick and rolls began, I'm not going to say that we pick and roll. I'm not going to go that far, but we will get some forms of alley-oops at times, and then a couple other times where we would make a few plays where we would pin it down to Cat. But those were things that were added into the points of this system. And to me, I'm a little bit off on when Mike Brown came in, and y'all laid out his game plan, and you didn't look specifically what he was telling you he was doing to increase productions out of your two superstars. And to me, I haven't seen that on paper. You know what I mean? Not that we get to see those kind of things, but from us just looking from, you know what I mean, from a standpoint of view, where did Brown present that portion of his offense at? Because it doesn't show at all. It doesn't show that here that, you know what? I got 2 7-footers, 2 true 7-footers that outweigh each one of their centers by 50 pounds. To me is here, no, you're a coach. You got to take advantage of that. That has to be, because the percentages are just extremely high. Let's look at Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, at times when he catches inside, that's a high 60 to 70% chance that he's going to score the basket. Why? Give me a percentage of anybody else's shot that it's that high. Then I can go with it. But when you can't, it makes me go, what are we doing? What are we honestly doing? To me now, this experiment and going back and forth and all that should have been done a long time. That should have been ended. We should be reinforced what we do the best and how we do it and how we go about it. Yeah, but we are where we are, and we got to figure it out.
Shaq Powell, let me ask you a question about just piggyback off him. Do y'all think that Mike Brown is reacting to what the other coach is doing instead of saying, don't worry about what the other coach is doing? What should I do in this situation? Because I agree with you. If you got a small lineup, that don't mean you throw a small lineup out there. That means you take advantage of the big guys that you have. That means throw the ball down in the post and create foul shots. You know what I mean? You throw the ball down in the post with Big Cat and Mitch, even though Mitch is not a great foul shooter, but still, you put the other team in foul trouble, Sean Powell. So I see where Nick you're going with that, because it's time that you could go whatever the other team do, you kind of counter with what you do. But it'd be sometimes you shouldn't have to counter. You should just keep what you got in there, because it might. I think you big speed. I think you beat speed with height, and just like you beat height with speed. So when they got a small lineup in there, keep your big man in there. Just change your offense strategy. I mean, go bully ball, go inside out instead of So I just think that's where he at with that, man. He got to find a way to don't react to what the other coach is doing when you don't have to. Let me put it like that.
It's for me, it's more of this different team and the way they play basketball. Now, last year, under Tom Thibodeau, yeah, we played bully ball, and we played bully ball heavy. You know what I mean? Even with Cat. You know what I mean? The year before, we played bully ball exclusively, especially when we had Julius Randle. I mean, it's the different way of how he runs the schemes. And in certain parts of the game, if you watch the game, you'll see the two other coaches, the offensive coach up if he needs the offense, or you see the defensive coach up barking out orders. And very not rarely, but you do see Brown up walking the line, and he doesn't scream out stuff like Tibbs. You know how Tibbs, fall. He does these things like this. Mm-hmm. You see, he does the thing over here. He does another one. I think with the ear. He does something with his shirt where he pulls the shirt out, and he does sign language or whatever you want to say. So that's a different way of how they play basketball. And can you criticize and say, the team is all this and all that? I mean, of course, in losses, of course, in wins you don't say much, but of course, in losses you speak about what the team doesn't do. And I mean, if you want overall, the team is doing better than they were doing last year. If you want to say it like that, I mean, let's be realistic. I think we are 49 wins now with 8 games left. That's better than we were last year. We squeaked it out to get that 51 wins last year. So whatever you want to say about it, it is different. It is something to talk about in the off season and what they're going to do. Under Tom Thibodeau, you knew what they was going to do. You know that you will see the guys banging down low and stuff like that. And we do have guys that drive to the basket. OG is phenomenal. He has changed the way I thought about him. I always liked his game, but now this guy's a fierce beast, man. This guy shoot it on you, dunk it on you, and then play defense on you, and then block your shot. I mean, the up and down of Mikel this year is something to talk about. The up and down of Josh Hart this year, something to talk about. And I mean, Brunson has been steadfast all year. 26 points, real high point guard or something like that. So all of these things that we, as fans, we talk about, there's something that we talk about more in the off season. Right now, we need all the wins we can get. You know what I mean? We need positioning. And like Devon always say, I want that Eastern Conference thing. I want to get to second. And this way is something that we haven't done in a long time. And second might get us a favorable team. I'm about matchups this year. I don't care about who team and all this stuff. I ain't saying that the Knicks going to go out there and lose games on purpose, but I would like to see a 76ers. I would like to see a 76ers. I would like to see the Raptors. I would like to see teams that we play well. I would like to see Cleveland. I like to see those teams. I like to see those teams in the first round. You know what I mean? Of course. Why wouldn't I? Because I know we fare better against those teams. So let's Boston. I would love to see Boston in the first round because as good as Boston is, Tom Thibodeau showed us how to beat Boston, and we know how to beat Boston. So let's get it.
Yeah, it's gonna. You know what? It didn't get me wrong. Like you said, now, it's an everyday game critique for us. You know what I mean? Like I said, if we won more games than we lost, we stayed steadfast where we at all year long, third in the offense all year, peaks and valleys. That's what it is. We want our team to play better, obviously, because I won't even front. Like I said, this team should be where they at. They should even be better, you ask me, because I believe we had a better team than last year. I believe our bench is better. So I expect Mike Brown to get these dudes there. You ain't fired Tom Thibodeau for Mike Brown not to get us to the finals. You could have kept Tom Thibodeau. So let's make no mistake about it. I'm expecting the Knicks to get there. If they don't get there, I'm going to be very disappointed. I cannot say it enough. I'm going to be very disappointed if the New York Knicks, I don't care what Detroit doing. If the New York Knicks don't get to the finals, I'm going to be disappointed because you got handed a damn Bentley with any car. You could pick the top of the line car you want. They gave Mike Brown a nice ass car. If you don't draw that car to the finals, I'm going to be disappointed because you could have kept Tibbs. And Tibbs might have got him there because, like I said, Tibbs took it from first round, second round, third round. He might have got us to the fourth round. One step at a time. Freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Tibbs got it from the freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. So Mike Brown coming in here with a senior team. So I'm expecting that man to get us to where he got to go. That's all to it. I can't take nothing else.
Thanks.
That's just the way it goes, man. I can see if he, I can see if he came in here, he done had a team that Tibbs built and they established. This man came in here with like literally, how does it when a rich kid's born with a silver spoon? Well, Mike Brown had a silver spoon. He got a silver spoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get it twisted. But I believe they'd get it done. Don't get me wrong. But, and at the same time, in fairness to Mike Brown and the Knicks team, new coach, new scheme, new everything. He like to run around throwing the ball all over the perimeter. He do things that Tibbs don't do. But ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the numbers, third in offense, fifth in defense. So, but all that don't mean nothing to me until we get to April. When we get in April, that's when I'm going to really judge Mike Brown. For right now, I can let him go through all the shit he go through. But when we hit April the 14th, 15th, 16th, and all that, let's see what the man got. Right now, it's just a critique thing because we have to because that's part of basketball. Let's see how it goes, man. I hope that he get us where we need to go. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't our first choice. He wasn't our first choice, so we had to settle. So, it is what it is. But so far, so good. When you got a good team, when you got talent can hide your coaching too, though. So, yeah. You're right. You know what I mean? Big Nation, you can hide the coaching. Sure.
I was hoping for Johnny Bryant, just throwing that out there, but I really was. I was really hoping that they promoted him and brought him in.
Yeah. It would have been good, man. But other than that, we got to go out there today and get it tonight, man. We just got to go out there and play ball. It's going to be a good game. National television, a number one team in the East. In the West against a number 3 team in the East. They won in offense and defense. We 5 in defense. They 7th in offense. We 3rd in offense. This is just going to be an all-out good-ass game. The last game we played against each other was good. 103 to 101. They didn't have Jalen Williams in, but we'd have a couple players too. But I'm expecting a good game. I'm expecting to go out there and play hard tonight, man. Listen, I'm rooting for my boys every game. Like I said, we could beat anybody, but we ain't gonna beat everybody. You know what I mean? But if we bring our A game, and I need our front line to show up tonight because I'm gonna tell you why. This ain't the Charlotte Hornets front line.
No.
Nick Nation, this ain't Charlotte Hornets front line, bro. These boys Heart. They got Chet Holmgren, Cats coming up the bench. I mean, it's gonna be tough. But I tell you what, it's gonna be a bone burner tonight. And I'm gonna pick my guys because I'm expecting them to play their A game tonight. Obviously, 99% of the country know that Oklahoma City picking to win, but I'm always gonna pick my guys. And if I think if we bring our A game tonight and we play where we supposed to play, I got the New York Knicks just like the last game we played them, but I got it a little different this time. I got the New York Knicks 115, Oklahoma City 107, 115, 107. I'm gonna go with that. And I think tonight, the player of the game tonight for me, man, I think it's gonna have to be. If I look at the positions, I'm gonna go out there and say Anunoby tonight. I don't think if it's forward, and if iHeart start, I don't think Chet Holmgren can deal with Anunoby out there. You know what I mean? So out in the perimeter. But I'm gonna go Anunoby tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 115, 107 New York Knicks tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go myself. I'm gonna say 113. I'm gonna say 116, 113 New York Knicks. My player is going to be Cat because he needs to have a really good bounce back from, you know what I mean? And he needs to have a strong game, period. Because if he has a strong game and they have to commit at him, I think the other guys open up. But let's hope that this offense gets him into the game early. And like I said, I just think it's a thing that I've said this on a few shows too, is that I just think that Cat is somebody where we should focus on him in the first quarter and get him going. He gets going, it is what it is. That's what I just was thinking is. Hey, Shy, man, too. Congratulations, brother, on, I appreciate that. That's what's up, brother.
Hey, Jay, the price is right.
I love seeing new life, brother.
Sure,
you know what I mean? New life.
I listen. He already got it with the New York Knicks drip on laying over for the best.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's all good. Shout out,
family time, brother. Family time. That's a real dude right there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Bottling and all that. You know what I mean?
Control. Wild podcasting and just changed the hot mustard diaper.
We've all done it, brother. We've all done it. You know that.
Control the pace, grab your rebounds, and hit your free throws. Shoot over 37% from three-point land tonight. Rebounds is a must for me tonight. Yes. You know what I mean? Rebounding is a must for me tonight. All the other stats that I said really don't make no matter to me about rebounding the basketball. That makes a difference to me because this team can shoot. So all missed shots is shots that we need to convert on. With that being said, I got the Knicks. I got this as being a real close game too. I got it. New York Knicks 112 to OKC to 109. And my player of the game tonight is going to be one of the starting five. I'm going to give Josh Hart a triple-double tonight. That's who I'm gonna go out there and give Josh Hart a good triple-double tonight. I think he's gonna go out there and perform tonight against OKC, especially trying to shut down Holcomb when he's trying to play big like he did last time. So I got the Knicks 112, 109, New York Knicks, and my player of the game is Josh Hart tonight, triple-double. Let's get it.
I'm glad you picked him, Shop Hopper. That's one guy we don't give enough love to. When we do a lot of, I'm going to pick a guy. He's one of the few guys we don't never pick, you know what I mean? And he does do some things for us, man, that helps us win games. Because like I said, he's our second best rebound. Mitch. But him and Big Cat and Mitch got to come to the board tonight. And we know they all need to crash that board tonight. But I still would go after them guys. They got shot blockers down. They got Chet Holmgren, number one in shot blocking lead. They got Hartenstein who will throw that shit up out there. And they got Jake. Their defense is phenomenal. They whole five can get it. On that side of the ball. But we got guys who can get it too. And let's go out there and bring our A game tonight, man. And then obviously we got Houston Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. We beat Houston in the Garden, so they're gonna be on their James Brown shit. We on our James Brown shit tonight. That's the big payback. We got to get some get back. We need some get back. We got to get back. So let's hope we can go out there and establish ourselves tonight, man. It's gonna be a fun game, regardless of whom or what, man, and all that good stuff, man. But Shaw Powers, I guess when I see you Tuesday, hopefully you'll be back home, man. You be back in the city, safe and everything. You and the family. and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your days out there, man. Just be safe out there and all that good stuff.
I have to say this too to Sherwin, if you're still on. I was at first trying to look for the game, so I'm like, oh man, I gotta go down. Where I'm gonna find this game and all this stuff. And Devon said, "What are you worried about all this? It's on NBC." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, oh, the last game I had to drive around and listen to series. I was like, oh my god, I had to bring the fire. I gotta. But it's on NBC tonight, so it's on NBC in every state, so I'll be able to watch it.
Hey, listen, when you go state to state, you got to treat that Fire Stick like it's trees. You got to take
word up. You ain't lying. I should have wrapped that. I should have wrapped that one up tonight, boy. Oh boy.
Take my Fire
Stick. IPTV, Fire Stick, IPTV with you. That's one of the first things. You know, I gotta have my stuff with me, bro. It's terrible.
Stuff. Yo, salute to the chat. Colgate said, let's go Celtics. I appreciate you, Colgate, but you got to go, let's go Knicks. But I understand, my man. I'm saying, I appreciate y'all. Salute to St. John's, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, St. John's did the damn thing. They won it. So they moving on in the dance. I'm a Carolina guy. I can't stand Duke. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Somebody asked me, you ain't, hell no. Hell no way. So
that's one thing I found here, man, is people. This is a University of North Carolina. If you say Duke here, these people look at you like I won't even say that at a restaurant because you get your stuff spit on, man. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I come in neutral.
They be like, what? I got you.
I come in neutral.
Right. Don't even wear left.
It can go left quickly.
Yep. Well, Carolina gonna make some changes, man. Obviously, Hubert Davis is out of there, rightfully. So he didn't my man got him today, but he didn't do nothing after that. So, but they lost my man Caleb Wilson though. That's crazy too. That's not to be fair with them. But listen, man, right now 81 Boston is kicking Hornets in there. You know what? So it looks like we won't catch it. We need to win tonight for sure. Big up St. John. Let's get it, man. The word one. I want to see Rick Pitino get
Redmond, baby. The Redmond.
The Redmond in the building. Man, you remember back when they had Walter Berry and Chris Mullin and Jones. Oh my God, them boys was lit, man.
Yeah.
It was Syracuse, Pearl Washington, oh my God, that Big East was crazy back then. Big Georgetown Hoyas, everybody, man. It's all different now.
Yeah, totally different now. Totally different. Totally reformatted. I don't know who's where now.
I don't like that alignment though with the ACC. I mean, in the East, I don't like that. I wish they would kept the ACC and the Big East the way it was.
Yeah, the way it was.
Wait to the end of this season and see how they're going to reformat this with these 2 extra teams and all that stuff. It's going to be they trying to drop games from 82 games down to 70 games or something like that, and change divisions. Minnesota might end up in the East.
In the East, they said.
Yeah. Minnesota might end up in the East. So you know what I mean. Let's see what happens.
Which is right, though.
I want to see what players gonna get stole from teams when they do the expansion thing. They get to pick a player from every team. I wonder who they go. I want to see who they gonna be stick.
And B going to be in the Sonics if they call them the Supersonics.
The biggest thing for me is the them showing up. They had 3 proposals for not what is this? What do you call it? Tanking. I want to see what they figure out with that. That's one of the biggest things to me.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Side now. Felipe was the real deal for sure.
Right. Felipe Lopez. Right. Yep.
Felipe Lopez. they had killed it back then, man. That was that was crazy.
Dominican Dynamite. Felipe Lopez. Right.
Lopez. Facts. But listen, man. Let's go get this thing, man. We appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe for your boys. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Knicks, Houston Rockets. Houston, man, like they owe us one and we beat them, so I know they're gonna be looking forward to getting at us, man, all that. But Jay, Sharp Howard, Nick Nation, appreciate your brothers.
No doubt, brother.
And one quick thing, if you look at the map, check how Minnesota is closer to the East teams than it is to the West. I think the closest team in the West is about 700 miles away, and Boston is like 100 and something miles or something like that.
Yep. Big cat. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let me give AP. AP, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you, my brother. as always, man. I know it's late, man. I know we got to get out of here, but let's run that super chat for my man right now. These players are so soft and fragile today. Now you want to play less games and the NBA falling into the pit of disaster. That's facts, man. You can go 82. I mean, all this load management shit, that shit crazy, man. And they got the best train. They got better train than they had back in the days. You know what I mean? And medicine and everything. But you know what? I don't see them. I hope they don't do that, man. I mean, you know, it's long, but I get it though. But yeah, let's hope they don't do that. AP, I think appreciate that, my brother, for real. But he right though.
Our boy there, Jay Chosen there too. He, I see his thing here. Well, I'll call it out for him. He was 114, 107. His player is Mr. Brunson. Yep. Jay Chosen there. I see it here in the chat.
Yep. Jay said, well, he said he was one. I had 115, 107. He had 114. That's when I said the price was right on him. So yeah, that's how I am. One of us gonna win that prize, Jay Chosen. All right, guys. Hey, man, let's get this game going. This vibe start already. I see y'all, man. Yo, peace, everybody.
No doubt.
Hello, peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.
You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man, the Mr. Brandis, hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style just aiming at your mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, you know we get it like crypto in the rip though. I cyber decrypted, we locked them from the get-go. On this Nick show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We flew by confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the bar too far for you to reach on. We got our teach on the show that's fire. Prize Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the number one pregame show that's hitting like Soto. So picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding the orange and blue sky. And Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters off the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming, I made the platform with passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick shit assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!